Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm back with the part 5 video of building our house price predictor module machine learning project. And in the last video we ended up showing you how can we plot the data with the label, the future columns with the label, and then we see the data, and we know that most of the future we have is not good for us to use a linear regression model. So we drop out every features but we do not drop out the area column because we need that one. So now what we want to do is we have feature, for feature we have area, and for label we have the price, of course. And now based on that label we want to predict. So in today's video I'm going to show you how can we separate the data into train test data, and then also label, and then also feature. And I'll show you that way to do that in today's video. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, I'm back. As you can see here, we successfully dropped out every single column without these two columns. And now I will show you how can we separate the data into train, test, and split. And then before I do that, let me tell you why we do that. What we want to do is we want to train the data with the train data, and then also we want to see how the model is doing by giving some data that doesn't seen before. With the test data we are going to split. So most of the time people use 70% and 30%, which means 70% for train data and then 30% for test data, and which means 70% of the data will going to be in the train, and then also 30% for testing. So now we are going to do that. And then if you say what is the purpose we use the test data, is because we want to see how the model is working, the data that doesn't be seen before. Because if somehow some data is putting without the same as the train data, maybe that value that get from that model will going to be not false. So we want to make sure how much the test the model is doing well. So that's why we're using test model. Sometimes in the test data we're going to have a low last, which means after you train it we're going to have a little bit last. But in the test data, if it might going to get a big last. So this happen when the data is learning the train data very well, but not the other data. So to do that we can validate our data by using test data, and we can adjust the algorithm. We can change if we want to use other algorithm also. But in today's video, as the beginning of the project, we can only use linear regression to start with. But also in the future video I plan to explain machine learning from the fundamental. I know I also need to study about that, but I will going to share something that I know about. So but now let's split our data. Okay, to split our data, I will going to use a scikit-learn library. It have a good train test split way to do that, and you can also you can split your data by indexing, but when you do that, your data not going to be shuffle, but the scikit-learn are going to do that for you, and that's the benefit using scikit-learn. And I don't know the negative thing using the or the core thing to use scikit-learn, but I know the pro thing to use. Okay, now we want to import. It is located in scikit-learn dot module choice module selection, and we want to import from that, and it's called train test split, and it is work by calling. No, we want to specify the value for we want to create, so we want to have, I will explain also after I write it down. We want to have x train. This have to be the order. If you did not do the order that I'm doing right now, we're going to you're going to have some different values that you don't want to have. So x test, and then y, you already guessed it, and then also y test, and we want to split this data into 4 zones. So let's do that. Train test split, and then we can say df, and then the first column, so it is price, oh I'm sorry, we want to be a y label, so we can do that in a second. Okay, df area, this will be the future. Okay, I think I explained this how this train test split is work in when I introduce you scikit-learn in the first part video. I mean in the my YouTube channel. You can watch that video if you like, but I'm also going to explain it again. Okay, also we want to say train size to be 0. Let's say 7.5. You can adjust whatever number you want to be, or let's do that 7. Maybe this will be a good data splitting way. Okay, and then also random start to be 42. You can use whatever number you want to use. I'll just going to use 42, and let me show you that syntax is going to look like. As you can see, we're going to take a test size and train size, and the first line here we're going to take let me run, and we're going to take the feature, and then sorry, Yeah, in the future, first the future, and the second one will be the train. uh because here, as you can see, we do that, the first one to be the future and then the label. So that's why how this will going to be divided for those two, and this will going to be divided for these two. And then also when it is divided, let's say the 42 index is get into here for the first index. Let's say the 17 index of this data takes here, let's say the train, and then they have to be the df index have to be get in here, the same index that the 17 index for this one gets here. I hope that makes sense, or I will show you that and now. Okay, let me run this one and we don't get any error, and let's print out our data here. Okay, this is what our data is looks like. It just the index and the number, and if you see closely, okay, what the heck, I'm sorry, okay, 425 index. All right, I think there's something wrong with something here. Train size. Okay, you know what, let's see the shape. To see the shape, you can just say shape dot shape. Okay, this is going to show us the shape of the data. Type error here. Okay, let me run this one. As you can see here, we have 381 data for train and 381 data for white train. And so if I want to see the first one index, and what, let me just use shortcut. If you do if you are in Mac, if you do command nt, we're going to select all have the same characters as I have, so I'm going to delete, and I will want to print out the first index. So if I run this one, I have error again. What? Okay, I think okay, that work. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, what I want to was show you, what I was trying to show you is I want to show you that uh how the index is the same as the X train index is the same as the Y train index. That's what I want to show you for, I mean, X train shape with the Y train shape. Or let me try by creating another panda frame. Okay, we can do that. Let's say I was going to delete this code just to show you this work. That's why I'm writing this code now. Okay, we can say pd dot data frame, and we can pass. I'm sorry, we can only want to y train with x train with a y train. I'm sorry. And also, okay, all right. You see? Okay, what is the all right? Do I have to change it to list? Yeah. Okay. All right. As you can see here, uh, okay, we want to. We don't want to be see the like this way. So let's say x. Does this work? Okay. Okay, whatever. But do can I just change the axis if I can? Okay, whatever. But okay, I can explain this uh, like this way. Okay, as you can see here, we have area and price row, and also this will going to be the same. This is the data for this one. If the data is 7,160, the price will be uh, five. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It is hard to see. 5,818,000, and like for other two, and that's what I want to show you. And also, if I print it out as the f of what is this area, oh no, dot look, and we want to see yeah, the f that has been we want to be the data that have been what is this 7,160, and if I run this one, as you can see this is the same as the data we see in here. So they are the same number of data index. Their index is the same. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let me try explain this again from this. Okay, if the data frame df area data frame index let's say 17 was going to x train, and then also if that happen, and then the df price 17 index must be go to y train, and then also they have to be have the same the 17 index value from both have to be the same index in here, y train and x train, for both the same. For example, if the 17 index from here goes to here, the second index in this value, and also the 17 index of this df price have to be go to in the second index of value here. That's what I was trying to explain for you, and I show you that's the proof of that. And if we see the data frame of 18, the index of 126 is goes to in the train extreme value for in the zero index, and also the index of the df price value of this number goes to in the y train for the first index. And if we see that, it is proof that here. I hope that makes sense. If doesn't, just play with it and you're going to have a good understanding. Or I'm just trying to show you like a big thing, or you already understand it, but I'll show you guys in the next part video. Goodbye.